Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that AMD stock now down to $102 per share, down 10% just in the past week alone. And it's about flat on the last month, up 3%. And the last 3 months, we have it down 15% with a low of $96 per share. So the question of the day is, AMD stock going to keep trending down? Look at that, down 42% in the past 12 months. It was just as high as $180 per share not too long ago, just in July, around 8 months ago. And from October, closer to 6 months ago, the stock is down around 40% in just the last 6 months. So is it a big buying opportunity? A lot of people like to call AMD NVIDIA's little brother, but can its little brother keep up? Will the big brother NVIDIA push it out of the way and eat its lunch time and time again? The end of 2022 and beginning of 2023 was one of the best times to be buying AMD stock. Back in 2021, it was $80 per share, and then 2020 it was $50. And then the last time it was under $100 per share was 2023, and it briefly touched $96 per share. So that $100 price point is a very strong price point support for AMD right now to be buying and dollar cost averaging in for long-term investors. Now, let's go over some reasons why I believe in AMD stock and why I'm personally buying under $100 per share. And the main reason is I think this AI trend is going to keep going and keep gaining traction, and AMD's new GPU is now shipping and aimed directly at AI workloads. Early signs are that it competes with NVIDIA's chips on certain tasks. Big cloud players like Microsoft, Meta, Oracle are starting to diversify away from NVIDIA, and AMD is their plan B, their go-to plan B, which is a great thing to hear. Also, they have an amazing CEO, one of the best CEOs in the world, actually, Lisa Su. And she's committed to ramping up AI GPU revenue. She was aiming for $3.5 billion in AI revenue for 2024, and that's expected to triple by 2025. Now, the next bullish point is the data centers and custom chips. AMD's server chips are eating into Intel's server shares, which is a good thing for AMD and a bad thing for Intel. Amazon, Microsoft, and Google are all using AMD in their clouds. And the third reason I'm bullish on AMD at around $100 per share right now is that it's trading at a forward PE ratio of only around 40, which is high, but it's lower than NVIDIA and arguably justified by the AI growth potential. It's also one of its historic lows, so you're getting a good deal. In my personal opinion, and if you go by the PE ratio. And if this AI trend continues for the next 12 to 24 months, then I think AMD could easily go to around $150 to $200 per share once again. Maybe even more if its execution is flawless. So let's actually give it a report card. I asked ChatGPT to make me a report card with Intel, AMD, and NVIDIA, and I gave it a really long prompt, giving it everything that it needed to know. Now, here's what it said. So will AMD get its lunch eaten? Not if they keep executing, and here's the scoreboard or report card. So first up, we can see AI dominance. NVIDIA's obviously S tier, AMD's rising, Intel weak. Software ecosystem, S tier, NVIDIA, AMD mid tier, Intel is weak. CPU market, not even available for NVIDIA. It's strong with AMD and declining in Intel. So the CPU market could be where AMD continues to grow. We also see AI GPU growth, which is a very important category. We can see NVIDIA at the top is already booming. AMD is just ramping up right now, and Intel is playing catch up. Now, one of the last two categories are valuation and risk. Right now, we have NVIDIA, pretty expensive. We have AMD mid and Intel's cheap, with low risk on NVIDIA, medium risk on AMD, and high risk on Intel. Also want to keep building my portfolio and growing my AMD holdings. because AMD is clearly the number two in the AI semiconductors right now. And number two in a gold rush can still print money. So over the next 24 months, stock price growth looks likely if they keep chipping away at NVIDIA's moat by proving that they can compete and have some great performing CPUs also and avoid execution fumbles. And if we take a quick look at AMD's financials, we can see that the revenue has been a little bit stagnant over the past 3 years. 2022, it was 23.6 billion, went down a little bit in 2023, and it's gained a little bit in 2024. If we look at the quarterly chart on revenue, it does look somewhat promising. We do see double-digit growth on a lot of these quarters, 10%, 17%, and in the most recent quarter, we've actually seen a 24% growth to 7.66 billion in one quarter, which is extremely promising. Now, if we go over to the net income, you could kind of see why the stock is down around 40 to 50%. We saw a big fall in Q1 2022 to 116 million, and we've seen some good growth the next two quarters after that, all the way to 2024 Q3, 764 million, excuse me. And then we saw a 28% decline. So extremely inconsistent on the net income, which is an extremely important metric to be looking at. We also see them peaking at their total net income in 2021 at 3.1 billion and never getting that high again. Their most recent year, 2024, was half of that at 1.6 billion. So stock fell by 50%, net income fell by 50%. Seems a little bit justified there, but there's a good probability that AMD is going to be getting back to that 3.1 billion net income once again, especially because we've seen that really promising quarter of net income in 2024 Q3. If they can keep that up, the next earnings announcement is going to be very important to be tracking for AMD investors. We want to see good net income. We want to see 700 million in net income on the quarter on earnings for AMD. Another reason I love this company is they have one of the best balance sheets in the entire stock market. Look at that asset to liability. Oh my gosh. We see 69 billion in assets and only 11 billion in liabilities, putting their debt to asset ratio at 16%. A++ on their balance sheet. This company is never going to be going out of business. Well, I shouldn't say never, but as of right now, there's a 0% probability of them going out of business or bankrupt, I should say, in the next 24 months to 5 years. So very safe investment in my personal opinion. Over the next 24 months, their cash flow is going considerably higher. On a quarterly chart, their operating cash flow specifically is up to 1.3 billion. And look at that growth on a quarter chart. Annual doesn't look as good. Quarterly looks amazing. Investing doesn't look as good. Finances doesn't look as good. But let's look at what analysts have to say. And if we take a quick peek at what analysts have to say, on average, they have a price target of $146 per share, which is a 42% upside. The lowest analyst has $110 per share. So, there's in analyst eyes, there's a 0% probability of losing money on AMD stock over the next 12 months. Obviously, analysts aren't always right, and there's always risks. But in my opinion, it's one of my favorite trades in the stock market right now. And we can see where some of these price targets are coming from. A lot of 5-star analysts at 140, 170, even a $120 price target. That's okay with me, because if we hit the 120, 125 in the next 12 months, that's a 20 to 25% gain on AMD stock. So it's extremely possible and it's extremely exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. The daily stock market on Instagram. We now have 1.2 million views in the last 30 days, and it's been that way for a while. So we've been absolutely smashing it out the park in 2025. Big things are coming, And I'm keeping the Discord at a low price right now for everyone to get in while they still can. We're going to be raising the prices when summer comes, and probably even sooner. So let me know if you want to become a member and join our community. We have hundreds of active top traders every single day that you can ask questions to, share your analysis, technical analysis, your charts if you need help, questions, stuck with anything. It's a great community that you definitely want to be involved with. Try it out. Right now, I'm actually offering the first month where you can do a 1 month plan, only cancel anytime, because I know you're going to absolutely love it. So why not just try out 1 month? Give it a shot. Usually I do like 3 months, 6 month, and 12-month commitments. But right now I have 30 days only, so you can try it out. If you want to see some testimonials as well, click on success number 11. Right now, we have over 1,500 positive testimonials on our Instagram, and we have even more if you go to my Discord and press Post Your Gains, the channel called Post Your Gains on my Discord. We have so many success stories, so I want you to become the next success story. Look through those yourself. Thank you guys for making it to the very end of the video, and share this video with a friend. I'll see you in the next one. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.